93.3 KDKB rocks Arizona. Bon Jovi's Bad Medicine. It's Rody here with you this afternoon as John Corabi has joined us in the studio for his before his show tonight out at Cactus Moon. Good to see you again.
Oh, is that where I'm playing?
That is where you're playing.
I don't know anything.
I love the phone call. It's like, hey, I didn't even know I was doing a radio interview today.
Well, I just landed. I was in a cab, and Dave called, and he goes, hey, dude, where you at? And I'm like, I'm in a cab. I'm on my way to Cactus Moon. I need to find out where the hotel is. Okay, no worries. Are you ready for the radio interview? And I go, what? He goes, oh, and then there's the in-store. Okay. But it's all good. We're easy.
Well, hey, we're glad to have you here.
I'm glad to be here.
So you got this unplugged CD. It's been out for a while now, right?
Yes.
So what's Motley material? What's Scream material? Is there anything that's new?
Yeah,
specifically for the record.
Yeah. There's excuse me. I did a couple of Motley tunes, acoustically stripped them down, and then I did a couple of Scream songs and a Union song or two, and then the rest of the record is all new stuff.
Awesome.
So it's like half and half, So
cool. So we were talking about this before you got here. How does it make you feel when people walk up to you and tell you that the Motley record that you did is their favorite album?
You know what? It's really weird, and for anybody that's listening, just for the record, it's weird because I still get email from people like that assume that Vince and I hate each other, and I kind of explain it to them. I'm like, look, in hindsight, I wasn't there when Vince was in the band. I wasn't there. All I know is I got a phone call that said Vince is gone. He's out. He quit. He got fired, whatever. I didn't ask. He's out. And we'd like you to come down and jam with us. And I said, sure. And then he's, and I go, I dare anybody in my position to do anything different than I did. You know what I mean? And now afterwards, I got out of the band. As I was getting out of the band, Vince was coming back in, and I was actually in the studio with those guys doing the Generation Swine record. So Vince and I had a chance to talk at great length. I talked to him about how sorry I was about his daughter. He knew that my son was a diabetic, so we talked about our kids, and we talked about, he even said to me, he's like, hey, man, sorry things didn't work out. You have big shoes to fill. And I said, I get it. You know what I mean? So we're fine. But as far as the record, to each his own. If that's what the fans think, that record was the best, and I appreciate it, I really do. I personally agree with them.
I love that record. It's one of my favorite Motley records.
It was very different. Our biggest mistake in hindsight, and everybody calls it, they're like, it shouldn't have been called Motley Crue. We should have did what Stone Temple Pilots did with Talk Show?
Right.
Yeah, Talk Show. Which we were going to do, but unfortunately the powers, all those people with suits that are behind the band with their hand out, agents that are looking at, okay, well, Motley's making $400,000 a night. If they change the name, they're going to drop down to like 50,000 or 100,000, whatever. They were all like, you can't do that. You can't change the name. So they basically talked us out of it. And then later when, things didn't go as planned, they were like, I probably shouldn't have called it Motley Crue. Is that why we're giving you the commission?
Right.
To, whatever. So it happens, whatever. It's all good.
So the show you're doing tonight is just you, right?
Yes, I believe so, unless there's another email that I didn't get in reference to this gig.
But I mean, you solo, and then you also perform acoustically with a band, right?
No, well, I have a couple different avenues. I have a full band that plays electrically, which we do the Monsters of Rock cruise. We've been doing those. We just played the M3 Festival in Maryland. I do that. The band also is capable of just sitting down with acoustics and percussion, and we'll do a full thing with all the harmonies and the guitar solos and all that other stuff. But I think for a lot of these promoters, it's just easier for me to just come in. And what I kind of do with these things is I'll do more of it's kind of a storyteller's thing. Because I realized very early on, I toured with Cinderella, and we did a whole run in the States. And I went out, and I was just trying to cram in as many songs as I could. And then at the end of the night, I would wind up talking to everybody, and they would go, "What's the meaning of that song?" Or what possessed you to write that thing? And I kind of thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of like that as well. Like when I met Steven Tyler, I couldn't ask him what's Seasons of Wither about. So I kind of changed it, and I'll explain like how a certain song came about or whatever. And it's been more. It's just really cool. It's really laid back. It's kind of a acoustic comedy. You know, I just have fun doing it, and I think people appreciate it. You know, so it's been cool.
Awesome. Well, you wanna play some live stuff for us now? Get people ready for the show.
No.
Sweet. What are you gonna play for us?
Well, we were talking about the Scream earlier. So, and I want to thank you guys because I think you guys were one of the first stations to jump on that Scream record back in the day. Back then, right after I lost my job as a waiter at the Last Supper. I appreciate that. Thank you. If you do look at the Da Vinci painting, ladies and gentlemen, I am in the background. This is a song called Father, Mother, Son.
Awesome.
Father, thanks for playing with my friends and me. I'm glad you got to meet the man I know. You always knew the words and taught me honesty. You picked me up when I was feeling low. I could talk to you one more time. I know you'd work things out just like before. Where did I go wrong? Can you hear me sing this song? Father, I won't see you anymore. Mother, dry your eyes, why do you cry those tears? You knew someday your baby'd be a man. Letting go is hard when it's forever, dear. I know it's late, but now I understand. If I could hold your hand one more time and hear your lullabies just like before, I know that I did wrong, so I'm singing you this song. Mother, I won't see you anymore. Son, I wish you knew how much we're missing you. I saw them cry their tears from up above. I try to tell them, but the words aren't getting through. I didn't mean to hurt the ones I love. Mother, Father, I hope to see you soon, and things will be just like they were before. I'm sending all my love, I'm watching from above. I'll be in your hearts forevermore.
Yeah. Nice. Like it.
Thank you.
Awesome. John Corabi, ladies and gentlemen, playing tonight. Cactus Moon.